The city of Whittlesea in Melbourne's north has long been a part of the Victorian landscape, but recently, that landscape has been changing. A multicultural hub, the city of Whittlesea is one of the fastest growing areas in Australia, with over 8,000 people moving to the district in 2011 alone.
Mernda is a fantastic place. It's a very raw suburb. I've seen it built from virtually the ground up when it was just paddocks. I like the idea of these open parks where there's lakes down the road and kids could go and play in parks.
Unfortunately, the facilities in this growth spot have not been upgraded to meet the demand brought on by the sudden intake of residents. University of Melbourne professor Caroline Witzman has studied the increasing population in the area and is concerned about the prospects of those who choose to call the city of Whittlesea home.
The housing that's being built in Whittlesea isn't particularly affordable, nor is it affordable living, since most people need at least 2 cars to get to and from places. There aren't many jobs and services nearby. Fortunately, the state government has a mechanism in hand that can address both jobs and services, and that is investing more in local community infrastructure.
New homes are released in a steady stream, but the resources that residents desire and rely upon have, in most cases, failed to follow. Despite these major disadvantages, most citizens of these growth areas are happy with their home. In most cases, they are affordable and provide more living space than other comparable alternatives, but the lack of resources is disappointing. One man feeling such mixed emotions is David Ancillary. Mr. Ancillary moved to Mernda in early 2010, and while he is taken with the suburb, he does feel that some advancement in infrastructure is needed.
A railway system, stuff like that, so they can go and enjoy, maybe go to the city and stuff like that. Overall, I just think Mernda is great. You've got other suburbs like Doreen just down the road, which are equally as good.
Since the construction of the South Morang station in 2012, residents of the less central suburbs have asked for an extension of the line into Whittlesea and an overhaul to the bus timetables. Despite receiving some support from local politicians, the exercise has ultimately been futile, with state plans to develop a station not slated to begin until well into the next decade at the earliest. It is not just transportation that needs improvement. Leisure and areas of sports and recreation need to be supplied as well, especially since transportation woes have led to cases where parents do not arrive home until late into the evening, leaving families to rely upon out-of-school activities to care for their children. One area needing of funding from the Whittlesea Council are sporting arenas. While this one is quite new and has been upgraded in recent times, there are many that are rapidly aging, leaving a lot of teams without places to play. One sporting arena was shared for up to 5 teams, meaning that scheduling was very difficult. And in times where the health of the younger generation is a deep concern for many, we really can't afford to have sporting arenas and other places for physical activity decline. The most worrying lack of development in the region, according to Professor Witzman, is the limited job opportunities in the Whittlesea district. Unfortunately, if the closure of the local Golden Circle juice factory and the subsequent loss of over 100 jobs is any indication of the future of other businesses in the area, things are looking grim for the residents of these forgotten suburbs.